One of the challenges in the fashion industry is the fact that many times we need to book sales orders well in advance of actually producing the styles in question. This comes from seasonality where we need to pre-book or pre-sell items and then at some point later create the purchase orders to then cover the demand that we've got out there. Now, for whatever reason, maybe a shortage or maybe just a delay in delivery, we may not get all of our inventory items in a timely manner and have to make a decision about what to ship of styles that we have on hand to our existing customer demand. Now, in this particular instance, I'm going to pull up an item. So this would be style number 20,000. It's got various colors and sizes on our sales order, but they all total 144. So here you see the different quantities. We've got our variant code of, the ash color of 14. Got some other colors out here, off-white and pink. So we've got various items out here on order. But as you can see, the quantity on hand, we've only been sent 48 so far, and we need to make a shipment. So I can have the system do that just based on customer priority. So here is a customer record. So apart from the standard information that they have, name, address, a few other things, I have a delivery priority that I can assign to them. In my particular case, I've got a high, average, and low priority. Now you can have different levels than that, but for our demonstration purposes, we've chosen to just set up 3. Now coincidentally, I've also just set up 3 sales orders where the customers with 3 different delivery priorities have ordered the exact same thing. Now I can see that from my delivery worksheet, and this is the functionality that can really help us within the Pebblestone Fashion Suite. Here you see my item number 20,000, 48 on order for each of my 3 customers, and each customer has a different delivery priority. Now I'm going to tell it to calculate how I should allocate this with the inventory I have on hand. So I've selected calculate with inventory. I'm going to leave my allocation group blank for the moment, come back and explore that. So when I say OK, you'll see that my quantity to ship has all been updated or all has been allocated to my highest priority customer. So once again, according to my rules, the highest priority customer got this first, didn't give anything to the other 2. But when we think about this in the real world, things aren't that cut and dry, at least a lot of times they're not. We would like to at least give some of this inventory to the lower priority customers so they at least have something on hand to put in a display case to show to their end consumer so that when we get the rest of the inventory in, the end consumer knows what's coming, and of course the customer in the meantime doesn't feel as slighted because they didn't get anything. So we can do that in the software by setting up a set of rules. In this case, I've created a set of rules called an allocation group called pre-sales that says, well, first of all, if you've got enough hand on each color size combination, I want you to give at least 1 to each of the priority level customers. So once again, everybody at least gets 1 to put in their display case. Then go through the remaining inventory I have, give 60% of what I've got left to the high priority customers, 30 to the average, and 10 to the low. And of course, if I run out of inventory in the meantime, I won't give anything else to the low priority customers. But at least I have a way of applying some logic other than just customer priority to make sure everybody gets a little piece of the inventory. So once again, now that I've shown you the rules here, I'm going to tell it to calculate with inventory again. Choose my allocation group of pre-sales. And now if you watch the numbers behind the scenes, it recalculates and it gave at least 3 pieces of the color size combinations that I had on hand to the low group, gave 30 to the high, and gave 15 to the average. So at least now I have given a little piece of inventory to everybody that I owed something to. And then when I get the rest of the inventory in, hopefully in a reasonable period of time, I can come back to my delivery worksheet and the system will allocate the remaining quantity to the people who are still owed inventory. But once again, you can see how the Pebblestone Fashion Suite will highly automate this procedure, get away from the manual or person spending time trying to do this allocation, and save yourself a lot of time when trying to satisfy customer needs. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you in the next series of videos.